Hey guys, it is me, and this is live, I guess. um, all this out. So, anywho, I just finished watering all this mess. No makeup, hair's all, crazy. But I don't know what I want to talk about. What do we want to talk about? I see somebody. Don't know how this works. It says live chat. All right. Anywho, I don't have one of those fancy little things. You guys know me. If you've watched my videos, you know I'm not got anything going on here. But so I'm just yeah, golly, I look terrible. Anyway, this is Friday night, and that is the garden, and it's still alive. Yay! In the heat. Hopefully you can hear me. Yeah. So the corn is coming up, you can see, and actually, I'm not sure if you could see that. Right, where's it at? There. I'm starting to get a little tassel. Don't know how I feel about that. I think there's two starting to tassel, and no one else. So, anyway, it's tall enough for me because this is just peaches and cream. It's nice and green and lush, so I'm okay with that. If it produces, that's great. Other than that, I guess I just want to talk about just kind of what's been happening, what's going on, what we got to do. You hear every now and then, I know you heard the rooster in the background. That is Little Red. He is the last roux of the meat birds. I've kept him because he just wasn't big enough yet. And the thumbnail you saw was, if you saw the thumbnail, was a picture of the barred rock roux that are getting ready to go bye-bye tomorrow. I got too many roux. But, oh, guess what? Can you see them? At the end there? Yes! Eggs today. Yay! They're tiny. But some of the, I think the sex links are started. Yeah, they started last weekend. It's been about a week now. Laying. So that's good. And they're tasty. That's what I had for dinner last night. And one of them was a double yolker. So, go figure. Anyway, those eggs, they'll get bigger as they get bigger and they age and mature. The eggs will get bigger. I hope this is coming through okay because I'm on the Wi-Fi and I'm not obviously in the house. Anyway, so far, what have we done this year? Obviously, you saw if you saw the garlic video, I had everything that went in the ground came out of the ground. So, pounds of garlic in the house. The onions, they did really good. I think I weighed those up this week. Finally all cured up, everything good to go. 50 pounds of onions between the Texas Sweets and the Red Creoles. So, yay. So far so good. On the, where they got wet. Oh my gosh, all that rain we had last month. All of a sudden, 1 week, was it 5 inches in 5 days, 5, 6 inches? And we had some flood and rain come sideways where they were drying, and yeah, I came home and they were just laying in water. Brought them in, laid them out to dry, hopefully dry out, and sorry, I need a drink. So far so good. I've only had so far 2 or 3 start to soften, get a little, sketchy or whatever. Just noticed that this week, so got to really keep an eye on those, which is no big deal because I plan on making balsamic onion jam. Yay! I can't wait because I feel like that's going to be awesome on a burger. What else? So that was good. Bad things. Potatoes. No bueno on the potatoes. It's terrible. I had several that I'm not sure if that really hard light frost bit them back or something ate the plant tops. Either way, they did not produce. Seed potato was still in the ground, no greens on top, so there was several that didn't produce. So I don't know what the final count was on the potatoes so far. However, once this corn goes, there will be, potatoes for the fall going in. Someone asked me today about that. Yes, you can do potatoes in the fall, at least here in the South. Tomatoes, they're looking okay. Big and green. I've had one turn, but lots are hanging on the vine, so that's good. But with the chicken processing we've been doing, I have no room in the freezer to do what I normally do, and that's just pack a bunch of whole tomatoes away, wait till I get enough, like 2 or 3 gallons of tomatoes, and then process them, all at one time. Just makes it a lot easier just to throw them in the freezer whole, and then throw them in the roaster and kind of let them slip their skins and just do it all without a lot of work. Trust me, I have done the stand there all day peeling and corn and blah 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 blah, fresh tomatoes, and it's no fun. Got way too much to do. Green beans, the Cherokee striped greasy beans. Love them. Oh my goodness, they did so good. I'm so tired of green beans. I can't say that because I love green beans, but I'm just over messing with green beans to the point where the last little bit of green beans, I said, I'm putting soup. I'm making vegetable soup. So I pulled carrots and chopped up some onions and potatoes, and what else did I put in there? I don't even remember. Corn. Did some corn that somebody gave us. Mixed it all up and put it in jars and put it on the shelf. So we have several quarts of vegetable soup ready to go. What else? Ooh. Of course, I did the peaches. I had to go to the farmer's market and get peaches. Because I don't grow those. They were really expensive. So, but I have enough peaches to last the year for as little we use. The pear tree you see right there. Where's that? Right there. Obviously, last year, 30 something pounds of pears. I knew we weren't going to have a harvest this year, because they just don't do that. It's more of every other year, sometimes every 2 years or so. Um, but I'm okay. We got plenty of pears on the shelf from last year. So that's just a little bit. I may actually just pick whatever's on there and give them to somebody. That's about it, I think. Yeah. Haven't really started harvesting these peppers yet. I do have, you can see that one right, where's it at? Right there. He looks pretty good. Haven't really started doing peppers yet. I like them a lot larger. But there may be some stuffed peppers in the menu this weekend. And then these peppers over here, if you can see them, the Italian sweets, they're not turning like they did last year. They get sweet when they ripen, red. There's a little bit going on there. But for the most part, the ones that have, like that one on the ground, right down there, is just rotting before they ripen. I don't know what to do, actually. There are so many peppers on these plants over here. And I don't know if I want to pickle them. I am not a pickled pepper person. But anyway, yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. Don't know. Last year I did a lot in chili. I made chili about this time last year. Guess we'll see. But, so goodness. What am I doing now? So yeah, I talked about when I take out the corn, I'm going to put in the potatoes. And then, let's see, I only got four. I got 4 heads of cabbage. So, and I've already put one in jars as far as kraut goes. I may do another one because it's starting to look a little rough. I got one still good and fresh, whole, nice in the fridge. I may put some more cabbage in for the fall. Obviously collards. But all that's going to be coming up soon. What are we? We're going for the end of July here. And, yeah, we're going to do, gosh, should start some seeds soon, probably. Yeah, August, I guess. Yeah, a lot of stuff should start in August. It's just crazy. It's just going so fast. What else are we doing? I think that's about it. Yeah. So I'm just chilling. Just did the water. We have had no rain whatsoever here in where I'm at in North Carolina. Apparently the other day, there must have been some rain or some storm the other day. Northeast of us. Apparently there was a tornado. Pretty good size one for North Carolina. We didn't get anything. I didn't even know it happened, to be honest with you. But so I'm having to water every other day. Luckily, the heat that we were supposed to get this week really didn't get really hot. I don't think so. I mean, it's summer. It's supposed to be hot, people. Come on. It's get what 6 months, 7 months out of the year? Really? Deal with it. Do what you're supposed to do and, stay hydrated and all that. This is not hot yet. For us, don't get me wrong. Texas, y'all are burning up. Bless you. Because 109, yeah, no, that would be hurting. I would probably be hurting. But it's a different heat. Y'all have no humidity down there. Yeah, when it's hot, it's super hot because you just walk out and you just like sweat's just like just pouring down places you just don't want to mention. Trust me, I've been, no, I come home from work and do this. But anyway, so, that's kind of what's been going on, you know. I know the craziness of the world, let's not even go there. But you guys, this is just a little bit of stuff what I do now. Could I do more? Oh yeah. This is a tiny little spot of my yard. That is it. This is what I feel like I can manage working away from home. Because, you know, I leave here, but I'm gone from at least 7:30 to 5:30 or 6, right? Come straight in, do this. Whatever it is I'm doing, either picking, watering, planting, digging, weeding. Not a whole lot of weeding yet. I do some weeding. I do weed on occasion when it's not so hot. But this is just what I can do on a very small scale, little bit of space in my backyard. I got a whole front yard. I told the hubs the other day, I'm like, look, you don't like to mow. I don't mind mowing. I mean, literally, I don't mind mowing. You get on the mower, turn on the key, you ride around for like an hour and a half. We just literally ride around. That's it. There's no pushing here. So, but I told him, I'm like, look, I'll plow up the front yard and I'll put wheat. I ain't scared. I mean, I live out here somewhat rural still. Dead end road, we're the end. Everybody's got a few acres around here. I don't care. It's mine. No one is going to tell me what I can do and do not do on my land. Thank God. I don't know how you people with the HOAs and all of that, you know, yeah, I don't know how you guys do it. I really don't. Because sometimes we don't mow the grass. It may be a week plus, you know, before we mow the grass. Now, I don't get it all crazy and scraggly, don't get me wrong. I don't like that. But, you know, when it's raining, you're working, if things happen, you just can't do it. My son has left a car on cinder blocks in my driveway. Yes. If I lived in HOA, that wouldn't be happening. Whew. Wow. It actually may be fall already. I don't know where those came from. Migrating north, that's just weird. What is that? Anyway, yeah, no. I could not do an HOA where I got to get permission to build something or plant something or I don't know, whatever y'all got to get permission to do. I don't know. If I wanted a pool, I'd put one in. I don't want a pool. That's too much work. I know people with pools. If I wanted to go to a pool, I'd just go to somebody's house. That's the best way to have a pool, is have a friend with a pool. Just my opinion. So, anyway, this is real. I'm happy I'm not sweating right now because I was pouring earlier. It has calmed down. You can see there's a little bit of a breeze. See things moving in the background. My hair's moving. Feels great now compared to what it was not even an hour ago. But that's kind of what's going on here. You can hear the katydids, cicadas for most people, starting up their nighttime singing. But no, there's several things we gotta do. A friend of mine gifted us some Marion blackberries plants, so I gotta figure out where those are gonna go. Still gotta finish the run on the chicken coop. Yeah, so they're in a temporary situation going on now. The coop is ready. Coop is done, totally done. They're happy. They're secure. Everything's good. But I gotta finish the 8x10 run with the self-watering system that I'm gonna build. So that'll probably come at the end of fall. Sorry, end of summer when it cools up and we've got a little more time to devote to doing that. What else? What else? I think that's about it. You know, I know there's things to do. I could be doing all kinds of things right now. Like, I could be in there starting those onions, right? I got a lot of chopping to do. No, one day. Not today. Not today. I do need to clean up. I do got some canning to do this weekend. Just don't know what yet. Yes. Adult beverage. It's been a rough week. Yes, sir. But, anywho. Oh my, what is that? Get away. Luckily, the mosquitoes have stopped eating on me, which is good, because I don't want any mosquito illness going on. I don't know, somebody mentioned that, talk about soil preparation. You guys seen some of the videos, if you've seen some of my videos. As far as this garden right here, which is my no-till little garden experiment that I started last year that worked out great, that seems to still be working out pretty good. This garden just gets the compost, which I still have compost. That compost is actually going to go, since I didn't need the rest of it, it's going around my apple trees in the front here soon. But as far as amending, you know, I saved my coffee grounds, so I'll add that, just sprinkle that on the top. Excuse me, this year I added to the, actually, a good example. A good thing to talk about, actually, right here. These peppers. If you watched my videos last year, this is where I planted peppers in 22. I have peppers again in 23 in the same spot. Yes, rotational garden. This is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to rotate your nightshades, your cold crops, your, you know, corn, beans, blah, 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 right? Your different families, you're supposed to rotate them because of the, you know, each family takes different things, right, out of the soil. So, but last year I did the peppers right here. And as you can see, I have peppers here again. Nightshade, nightshade, yes. However, in this section of the gardens, this no-till, I put on fresh compost on top of where I planted the peppers last year. And you guys can see, they're doing pretty darn good, if you can see them. And I don't do anything else to the peppers as far as amendments or just adding anything else. Like I said, the compost, I sprinkled in my coffee grounds from over the winter. And when I put the pepper plants in, there's nothing else in there. I don't do anything else to peppers. where the corn is right now, you guys know that that's where the garlic was throughout the fall and the spring. Once I pulled up the garlic, waited a couple weeks, threw in the corn. Actually, and the onions were still there. So actually, some of the onions were still there when I put the corn seeds in the ground. It wasn't until after I got all the onions out of the ground that the corn was popping up. And then I've done two rounds of is it calcium nitrate? No. Nitrogen sulfate is what I put. So basic, that's pretty much all they've had. Should have been calcium nitrate. I didn't have any. But the corn is, you can see, it's doing pretty good. That's not going to be a tall corn. It's not supposed to be. And it's peaches and cream. So I'll be happy with what I get out of there. And then really that's it. When I put in, as far as amending the soils for anything, speaking to someone had asked me about it. When I put in the garlic last fall, when I put in the onions in the spring, when I did the seeds in the greenhouse for the carrots, the only thing I done was did my compost and then worked in bone meal. And then I planted the garlic bulbs in the fall, planted the onion sets in the, what was it, February? No, January, February, can't remember. Anyway, and then I did the carrot seeds in February. That's it. Bone meal. That was it for all those root crops. Now, tomatoes. I've got some blossoming rot, a little bit, just a little bit. But when I planted my tomato plants in the holes, I did sprinkle in some agricultural lime. So it's like little pellets, like little tiny little pellets. So I did put a little handful in each little hole. That's it. Now, like I said, this past couple of weeks, I've noticed some blossoming. So I actually have, just because where I work, lime, ground powdered straight lime. So I've taken that, made a slurry with just water. Not a whole lot, because I don't want to burn up my plants, because they are so pretty, and giant tomatoes, if they'll ever ripen, they'll be awesome. Just to try to get some of that some of the calcium straight to them, because the pellets, that's a time release, kind of as it melts or slows into the dirt. But I wanted to do the lime slurry just to get something in there, just readily available calcium. I'm not saying that it's a calcium deficiency. It very well could be this drought situation. They had, when you have inconsistent water, it can cause blossoming rot in tomatoes. So we had, one solid week, 5-6 inches of rain. It rained for 5 days straight. And then the water faucet has been turned off. So it's dependent upon me to give it the water. So it's been very inconsistent. Definitely don't have an irrigation system in this. The irrigation system is right here, and it's me every other day, out here in the evenings. They're definitely not thriving, is surviving. That's how I water, because I water on, I have rain catchment. So if the rain faucet turns off, eventually those rain barrels will dry out. And so far so good, but I am down to almost 160 gallons, I guess, and that's only been in the last couple of weeks of use. So yeah, And I do not use the well water or the, house water out here. So that's about it. As far as amending the soil, next year, don't get me wrong, now that the chicken house is up and running again, that'll go on the big garden, which is where the stakes are. Which those tomatoes are doing terrible, by the way. I think so. Comparatively. Let's actually, I don't know if, I guess I could, I see the little button where I can turn around. So I know people get all crazy when I walk and talk. Ooh, whatever. But, so, here are, let me see if I can do this. Let me switch you around. Okay, so this is the no-till garden of tomatoes. Nice, bushy, giant, a foot taller than I am up here. Everything is lush and green and thick. Too close together. Yes, I know, but wind and everything else. This is what I got going on here. Just a crazy jungle of tomatoes, right? All right. Now, over here where the extras, this is the no-till, where the extra ones were planted. Look, same day, right? This is the tilled garden. They're looking pitiful. Same plants, same water system, same amount of water, blah, blah, right? And I really think, and these are planted spaced out, perfect spacing, right? Perfect spacing. And they look god awful. I swear to goodness gracious. What the heck, right? I don't know. I don't know. It's crazy how that works, huh? Don't get me wrong. There's still tomatoes in here. But these guys, like, you can already see. There's your rod end right there. And there's pretty much all three of those are rod end. But then again, this guy, not. Same plant. You never know. You never know what you're going to end up with every season. Every plant's different. This plant over here seems to be doing okay. No rhyme or reason. However, the heat. I think it really is the heat. I don't like to plant them as close as I did up here. And they ended up just growing like crazy. I mean, let me get perspective here. This is the greenhouse. Look, can you see that? How tall they are compared to next to the greenhouse. That's, what, 7 feet high right there? So they're not far from the top of the greenhouse here. And everything is a lot closer together. Don't get me wrong. Hang on, sorry about that. I did snip off, some from the bottom so they're not dragging the bottom of the ground. But honestly, I think them being in this Florida weave I got going on in this garden, I don't know. The leaves have just helped shade them better. I don't know. There's no rhyme or reason sometimes. But this is turning out. If these tomatoes make, like when I say make, they're making. But when I actually pick them, pull them off, and put them in my house, that's when I'll say if they've done well. But so far, so good. Look at some of these guys. And still, look how big this thing is. These are the Amish paste. I like them for doing all of my cannon projects. So, if only they would turn. You know, once they start pinking up, little blushing going on, then I'll bring them in. I got, let's see here. Like that one. There's one that needs, oh, but yep, look at here. Oh, poo-poo. But I'm going to bring this in and let it sit overnight. Yes, you got the blossom end rot. However, I don't know. If it was a little bit bigger, I would say it didn't really matter. I would cut off this blossom end, this rot end, right here. Just kind of cut it right across. Throw that part to the chickens and keep the rest once it ripens up for processing. So I don't necessarily throw them away until I cut that open and see what's going on the inside. As long as from here up is good, I'm good with it, you know. So, because you never know if this, well, I see it already. I can already see it. So, yeah, I have an issue. Everything looked great. Everything just looked fantastic. And here's another one. Actually, no, this one's not rotten, and it's just not making a whole big old tomato. Anywho, I'm not quite sure if there are questions or anything like that, because I don't know how this thing works. This is my first. Sorry, guys. Anyway, and you know, you can also get blossom end rot on your peppers, but so far so good. That one, like I said, that one may end up being a stuffed pepper for dinner tomorrow. Now, I want to flip you back around. So, it's just me and the hubby. Let me throw this in here with my little eggs. Don't want to break my eggs. It's just me and the hubby. So, for us, this is enough. Don't get me wrong, it is not enough to feed us for the year. We still have stuff that I packed away last year from the gardens. This was just, let me see how much can I grow in this teeny tiny space with the amount of time I have working a job. So, do I know that this wouldn't feed me? Just me. For a year? No. It won't feed me for a year. So it certainly won't feed me and the hubby for a year, because I can't get him to stop eating. I could do it, but anyway, the whole piece of property that I have, the almost 1 acre, right at half an acre, could I do that? I think I could. Obviously there's certain things that I wouldn't be able to do. I don't have bees, so I don't have honey or sugar cane. Can I grow sugar cane? I don't have sugar cane. Sorghum, yes. We have grown sorghum. I'm not a huge fan of the molasses process. It stinks. And it's a lot of work. Like days and days of work cooking down a lot of sorghum molasses. We've done that before, but yeah, you need what, supposedly roughly 9,000 square feet of arable land constant rotational gardening of it in order to produce enough food for one person for 1 year. So, that being said, 9,000 square feet, one person. 2 people in the household currently, and, you know, if I have my kid home, if a kid come home, that's 3, so you're up to 27,000, and then his daughter, you know, that would be another 9,000, you know, blah, 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 blah. So that's what, 36,000 square feet. Okay. It's doable. That would be a lot of work and no grass, which I think the husband would be probably okay with that, with no grass. If you didn't have, but see, then you're digging up dirt a lot, and then you have to water it. So, I don't know. Is it doable? Yeah, sure it is. Do I necessarily want to? No, not necessarily. Could I? Yes. I think I could. If I didn't have anything else going on. If there was at least one of us without work. And probably the one with us without work would be me, because I'm the one that does this. He even said the other day that it's an 80-20. He told me that I did 80% of all this work, and that he did 20% of the work, and 10% of the work that he did was eating. So, yeah. Anywho, I honestly, I don't even know. So, hopefully you guys could hear me if you popped in. I know I've seen people pop in and out. Like I said, I'm not familiar with this whole live thing. Hopefully, if anybody did throw up a question or something, I didn't see it. But that's pretty much all that's going on right now. It is Friday night. Let's see, I think it's probably after 8. I don't know. Can't tell. But yeah, it's nice and cooled down, so that's good. But this is me after work. And after working all week, today was a day. I'm just going to say. It was a day. And I wanted to cuss people, but I didn't. And then I came home out here and did all this before I sat down. And honestly, I was sweating like a hooker in the church, I'm just going to say. I could have said something else, but it was nasty. I was, yes, so I need a shower. And I need something to eat. So, on that note, I think that's about all I was going to talk about, was just kind of what's going on, what I've been doing, what I need to do, what's getting ready to happen. Like I said, we're getting ready to start transitioning from the summer stuff, or actually, summer stuff is really just now coming on. And we're already talking about, we're already talking about going into fall. So, that's how that's happening already. Already got to start thinking about, fall crops and whatnot. So, yeah, I think that's about all I had to say. So, I don't know if I'm going to do this again. I don't know. It's just kind of random. I saw the little button come up that says I could go live, so that was cool. I'm like, hey, let's try it out. So, anywho, I'm going to go over here and finish my non-Anheuser drink this evening. Yeah. And anyway, get ready for tomorrow. I've got someone coming to pick up a couple of roosters to get rid of those, so I don't have to keep them around and whatnot. I don't think we're going to dispatch any this weekend, but you know, you never know what's going on around here. So, on that note, I'm going to say good night from the garden, and I guess I'll see you whenever. All right. As always, many blessings. Bye.